Okay, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see who jumps on board. Some people are already jumping on board. That's awesome. Tell me where you're all connected from. Very, very good. I see some likes. That's awesome. The more likes we get, of course, the more of a feeding frenzy we create here. Awesome. Let's see who jumps. San Antonio. Awesome. Where's everybody else connected from? Tom, thank you for joining. Let's see. More people. Let's put some likes. More likes we get, the more of a feeding frenzy we're going to create here, of course. I'm going to start my live shortly. Okay, hello from the UK. Hello, my wonderful friend. Nice of you to be able to connect at this time from the UK. That is very, very good. Awesome, awesome. So today's live, what I wanted to discuss is about life is hard, right? Now, why is life hard, actually? Okay. So life, believe it or not, is designed by us to be hard like that. And when I mean us, I mean who we really are, our higher being, our inner being, okay? We created this because this is the perfect platform for us to grow and evolve. If life was very, very easy and very, very simple, we wouldn't be expanding and growing at the rate that we are, okay? And believe it or not, when we have obstacles in life, okay, it truly shows us how good we can master them, because this is all about a game of mastery, make no mistake. And believe it or not, for you to be here on this physical plane, you are masters already of multiple planes, otherwise you couldn't be here, okay? You can't just pop up on this planet, take the form of a human being, and carry on, right? You were, you are, and you always will be a master, believe me when I tell you that. So when life presents itself and you have all these challenges to overcome, my best advice would be, hello Carolina, thank you. My best advice would be just to observe what is happening, okay, and go along with it. Do not resist what is happening in your life, okay, because when you resist something, you create energetic blockages, not only within your body, that is has a crucial effect on your health, but also on a universal scale. When you resist, you create blockages, and when you create those blockages, whatever it is that you are resisting, you're feeding it with more energy, and it just grows and grows and grows. So let's say you have something that you consider to be a problem. Well, if you visualize it as a problem and you see it as a problem, and you create that blockage, okay, what happens is you make this problem even bigger because you're feeding it energy, okay? So life is hard on purpose. The idea is not to look at it as being hard. The idea is to look at it as just yet another opportunity for you to expand and grow, okay? Because when you look at it like that, amazing things start to happen, my friends. Like literally amazing things start to happen. Okay, now I see a few people here, maybe some new faces, I'm not sure. For those of you that don't know who I am, you can go ahead and you can check my profile on this page on TikTok, of course. And if you like what you see, go right ahead and hit a follow, And while you're doing that, you can also hit the notifications, the little bell button there. That way you do get notified every time I upload a video. Okay. And at the bottom of my page, you will see I have a link tree. You can hit that link tree, and that's going to direct you to my YouTube and my Instagram as well. I do different things on different platforms. Of course, they're all related to what I'm doing here. And I do upload these videos actually on YouTube as well, so therefore we don't lose them. Okay. And for any of you that want to subscribe, this is your opportunity to do so. You can subscribe while I'm live, and anybody that does and wishes to can have a quick like 15-minute Zoom meeting one-on-one, just to interact a little bit and see where everybody is at. All right. And having said this, anybody that wants to make any comments here, please, by all means, go right ahead. Of course, they don't have to be related to the topic of the day. They can be anything that you might want to ask. Go right ahead. So, let's see who joined, what's happening here. Of course, yes, San Antonio, UK. Anybody else that has joined from different parts of the world, I'd like to know where you're joining from. That way, I know what's happening. Baby girl, you're in the house. Hi, thank you. Away being here. Thank you, always being here. Thank you, baby girl, for joining. Thank you for being here as well. Always a pleasure to have you on board. Of course, Carolina, you're wonderful. You're always around. That is awesome. One new message, okay. And baby girl's asking, can you tell me why I find it hard to relax and focus on one thing? So, believe it or not, you're not the only one that finds it hard to relax and focus on one thing. A lot of people have the same issue. The main reason is that your mind likes to be busy. And what I mean by your mind, I mean your thoughts. Your thoughts have a tendency of always dragging you into scenarios and problems that you need to solve, okay? Because the mind, believe it or not, thrives on complications. It thrives on chaos, okay? So the reason why you can't focus on something is simply because you're paying too much attention to your thoughts. Maybe you have identified with them, okay? And generally speaking, your thoughts, if you notice, they're always repetitive. They're the same thoughts over and over and over again. They keep recycling, right? So if I were you, I would just simply pay attention, of course, to the thought that comes, but let it go, okay? So let's say a thought comes, because they come as waves come, right? So let's say a thought is coming down. Instead of you grabbing the thought and, getting pushed by it, just let it go and just watch it go, okay? So see it coming and see it going, but don't get carried away with it. If you do that, baby girl, you will be able to relax and focus, believe me. Where is the belly button, as I don't have that? Thank you, Pixie. You don't have a belly button? Okay. Well, regardless, if you don't have a belly button, I've never heard of anybody that doesn't have one, but I'll take your word for it. Doesn't really matter. There's always a first. What I would suggest is right here where the heart area is, okay? I know we generally think that the heart is on the left, but it's not. It's towards the center most of the time. So if you go towards the center and you go about 6 inches down, okay, it's around that area, 6 to 7 inches, I would say, below your heart area, your heart center. Okay, that's where your belly button would be. Just do that, go down with your hand, just below that is your belly button. Okay? Okay, hi from South Africa. Hello, my friend. I love your content. Thank you very, very much. I love it when you folks love my content, of course, because the more you love it, the more I create. And Selena's here from London. Awesome. And Guyana is here, of course. Baby girl, always happy to have you here. And Shahira, good evening, my friend. How are you? From the UK, of course. what is today's theme? That's awesome. So today's theme, Shahira, was actually, I had already started talking about it earlier, was about why life is hard, okay? And what I mean by hard is, like, everybody goes through challenges, everybody goes through different things in life, right? But I'm here to tell you that that's okay. It is perfect the way it is, because believe it or not, you didn't just pop into this existence out of nowhere, okay? You are a master in multi dimensions. You are a master in so many different lifetimes. You are a master in general. You are a master and creator. And you wanted to come down to this planet just to grow, evolve, and challenge yourself. Why? Because the more you challenge yourself, the more you expand, the more you grow, and the more you test your skills, okay, on your true mastery, which you are. So, if life, not if, life is hard on this planet, many people say that, instead of getting caught up in it, my suggestion would be just to look at it, look at every single obstacle that life throws at you as an opportunity to expand and grow. So when you start seeing something that presents itself, instead of seeing it as a problem, if you see it as an opportunity for growth and expansion, your life will totally change. Okay? So this is the topic, Shahira. That's what I was discussing. And if you have any comments or questions, by all means, you know, it doesn't even have to be related to this, of course. I always like to start off with a theme, and then from there, I love to see what you wonderful folks have to say. Selena saying, I have emphysema, is it? Aphantasia. I don't have the mind eye, so I'm not able to visualize. Okay, I see what you mean. Some people do have a very hard time visualizing. I get that. Okay, in that case, instead of you trying to visualize, see what you can feel internally, emotionally. When you want to create something, if that's what you're aiming for, connect with vibrations of compassion, appreciation, gratitude, and love. And you don't necessarily have to see something in your mind's eye in order for something to be accomplished, believe it or not. That's just another tool, but it's not a necessary tool. There's so many other wonderful ways. And if you even practice on it, you might even have a vision, believe it or not. It might just pop out. You might just have a vision out of nowhere, and you might say, well, how did I get that? I can't, you know, see things. I can't visualize things, but you'd be surprised, actually. Hello. Okay, Gary is here. Hello from South Africa. Awesome. Any of my subs have something to say here? Let's see. Okay, we're all good. Many thanks. No problem, Shahira. That's awesome. Okay, let's go back up and see what everybody's saying here. And hello to you too as well, my friend. Let's see. Okay, so, hi, any tips on meditation? I always fall asleep. Wow, yeah, that's a very common problem for a lot of people, actually. You get so comfortable in your form of meditation that you fall asleep, okay? The one thing that I can tell you about that is when you meditate, always try to meditate in a seated position with your spine being straight. Okay, there's a reason for that. The reason for that is because when your spine is straight, you have more of a tendency of staying awake as well. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, focus on your breathing when you meditate. That's a very good one, because when you give your mind something to do, it follows that. Okay, there's no coincidence why a lot of people recommend breath work while meditating. I specifically don't, but at the same time, you can have a lot of great results when you meditate through breath work. So as you close your eyes and you're nice and relaxed, focus on your breathing. If you focus on your breathing and your spine is erect, you should have no problem, staying awake. And the key here is to be alert, of course. Like if you have visions or thoughts or anything that's coming through, pay attention to them. Okay, that's the main thing. That way you're not going to fall asleep. Okay. Okay, a belly button to get notifications. I mean, oh, a bell button. Oh my goodness. And I thought you were talking about a belly button. That's why I said, well, a belly button. I haven't heard of anybody not having one. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. So the bell button to get notifications, I believe, is if you go check the people on your page that you follow. Okay, let's say you check friends, right? It will give you a list of people that are friends with you. Right beside each one will be a little bell icon. That's where you're going to find that. I'm sorry, I thought you were talking about a belly button. It's all good. So that's where you get it. You go to your friends list, you click on that one, and then right beside them, you will see a little bell icon. That's where you hit it. Okay, so you have to go into your profile to see that. Love you from BC, Canada. Awesome. Hello from Germany. Awesome. I love that too. Much love and respect. Polly from South Australia. Wow, South Australia. You guys, it must be really, really late there or early morning. I'm not sure what time it is in South Australia, but thank you for connecting, my friend. Much love and respect for you. So why are some born as animals and others as humans? What right do I have to be in a human body? So believe it or not, that's a beautiful question. You have been everything. You have been an animal, you have been a plant, you have been a human, and you have been multiple things, believe it or not. So, being in an animal body doesn't mean that somebody is less than you or that animal is less than you. Okay, it's all energy. We all come from source, and they are in that animal body because they chose to be in that animal body, because everything is a choice. Okay, so we can't be thinking of animals as being less, and I'm talking about on the level of who we really are. Everything, and I mean everything, is very, very important. Everything comes from source. So when you look at an animal, don't think of it as being less than you are, because in reality it is not. It might be, when we're talking about in human terms, we like to make things different than others, and we try to categorize things, right? But in reality, when you look at a dog, let's say, and you just look at it, we just gave it a title, and we just said, well, you're a dog. But in reality, do we really know what that being is? Think about it. How would you know what a dog is if you haven't been a dog, really, right? We just give it a label, we give it a title. So the first thing that we need to do is forget about everything that we've been taught and look at things without labeling them, okay? So they chose to be in an animal body, you chose to be in a human body. That doesn't mean that the roles can't get reversed, okay? Will you most likely go back to an animal body? Most likely not, because you've already been there, done that. I hope I answered your beautiful question. That is a beautiful question, by the way. Okay, the more I think I grow, the more lonely I am. Yes, you're going to find that a very, very true fact. And that happens to so many people that grow, evolve, and especially in the spiritual level, if you might call that, okay? What happens is you find that you feel alone because you see that others don't see things the way you do, right? But having said that, again, if you just mingle with people, don't judge them, right? Just let them be who they are, and just relate to them at their level. You're going to find that life will be much, much better for you, okay? So just go out there, mingle around with people. You're not going to feel lonely. Meet them where they are. And when I mean where they are, I'm talking about whatever level of consciousness they're at, meet them at that, okay? And you're going to find life being much, much easier for you. I never visualize it's all black. I'm also not able to feel or hear anything. Okay, so instead of seeing that as negative, just see the positive. At least when you see stuff black, like you say, you are collecting to you're connecting with what I call the stillness part of us and the silence part of us. Okay. So if you can't feel anything, hear anything, or see anything, that, believe it or not, is actually a perfect state of being as well. Because now you are in a state of being that we call it the nothingness, that so many spiritual masters call it, okay? And you can check that out as well. The nothingness pretty much means that you are nothing, but you are everything at the same time, okay? So don't be afraid if all you see is black. Don't be afraid if you can't feel anything. Don't be afraid if you can't hear anything, okay? Just be at whatever moment you're in at that time and just experience it to the fullest, because there's something there for you. Don't see it as a negative, okay? I keep hearing about something called Wim Hof. Okay, is that a form of meditation? No. So the Wim Hof is actually a breathing technique combined with a cold shower, or cold, dipping in cold water, or just having a cold bath. Okay, that's a whole technique that this gentleman called Wim Hof created. And actually, I do Wim Hof's breathing techniques. I've been doing them for many, many years, and I totally feel truly amazed at his technique with breathing. I'm not so much in tune with the ice part, because it's just, I'm not in alignment with it. I'm not going to go in a frozen lake and jump in. That's not me. But for those that can do it, kudos to you. That's all good, right? There's some tremendous studies and tremendous results. Personally, when I do the breathing, I feel much more at ease, much more relaxed, and especially if I do it at night, I can sleep very, very good. So check out Wim Hof, and you will see what I'm talking about. Anybody said here anything? Okay. John is in the house. Hello, my friend John. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the roses. And Shahira, how to control anger when someone attacks verbally just to protect your energy. So that's a big one, actually. And I get it, because anger is something that most of us can't control. Okay, so this is a hard one. So the best policy would be, believe it or not, if you can physically move out of the area, okay, then just physically just get up and move away, okay? That would be number one. Number two, if you can't physically get up and if you can't physically move, okay, observe what is happening, be fully aware, be aware that you are angry, don't try to suppress it, okay, accept it, don't try to suppress anything, because then you create blockages, okay? So just let it flow, let the anger flow, and just let it go, okay? This is how you protect your energy. By engaging with it, by, let's say somebody verbally attacks you and you start attacking them back and you're engaging, what you're doing is you're feeding this energy and you're making it grow and expand. You don't want to do that. You want the opposite. So what the other person does, you don't have control over, but you totally have control of what you do, okay? So you either, this person is angry and barking at you, you either get up and you leave, or you just simply pay attention to what's happening, feel the anger, but let it go. One or the other. That's how you protect your energy, Shahira. Hello from Senegal. Awesome, awesome. Let's see who else is here, because I jumped out to speak to a few of you here. Okay. The Wim Hof, we spoke about that. That's awesome. How to manifest a text or call from X. Very, very simple, Grace. That's awesome. The way you do that is this. I'm going to have a sip of my coffee at this time. So in this case, you would see the text or the call, and you would put it in your mind as if it's happening already right here and right now. You would hold that thought for anywhere from 30 seconds to 60 seconds up to a minute, as clear as possible. If you can add some emotion to it, by all means, add the emotional state of how you feel that you just received that text or that call from your ex. Okay, just feel it as it's happening right now. Hold it for like 30 seconds to 60 seconds. If you can do this multiple times in a day, that work even better. And then just let it go. You will receive a text or a call from your ex. Guaranteed, because you are communicating. There's also another way. The other way is to simply see your ex, okay, in your mind's eye, and see him being in a happy place, see him being in a good place, see him being smiling, laughing, having a good time. But this, you got to do it during the evening, just before you go to sleep, okay? And then as you see this, you project what I call a beam. I see it as a beam coming out of your third eye and entering his third eye. And what you want to do is you want to send one direct, quick message. It's got to be direct. The message in this case would be text me. If you can say his name, let's say his name is John. You would be polite about it. Say, John, please text me. That's it. Or John, please call me. That's it. It's got to be, the message got to be short, sweet. Okay. And when you toss it, like when you let it go from your eye, make sure that you see it penetrating his third eye, which would be right here in the center between the eyebrows, right here. Okay. See it penetrating. You can see it penetrating in any form you want. Doesn't matter. You can see it as a white beam. You can see it as like the internet connection, you know, like the waves going in. You can see it as an actual wave. Doesn't matter how you visualize that. And you will get results, guaranteed. So, okay, RJ, you said connect to compassion, gratitude, love, and other one thing I didn't catch. Okay, so compassion, gratitude, love. The other one is appreciation. Okay, I consider those four to be my top, at least. Okay, so you would compassion, gratitude, appreciation, doesn't matter what order, and the top one would be love, of course. Okay. Now, you can connect to all four of them simultaneously if you can, or just one at a time, climbing the ladder. Doesn't matter. But they are all very high up there. Thank you. I shall try this. Yes, and let me know how it plays out for you, okay? Do you have a fixed time for Zoom? Not yet. So for the Zoom meetings that will take place, no, I don't have a fixed time. We are going to get into this one by one and see how this plays out, okay? I still need to notify all those people that contacted me. It's just been a mind-blowing experience. Okay, let's see. Hello from Senegal, my friend. Good morning, 7 a.m. Awesome. 7 a.m. That's very good. My man. Hello, my friend. Thank you for connecting. Okay, let's see. Anybody else? Hi, Mr. Awesomeness. And Camila's in the house. Hello, Camila. How are you today, my friend? I'm doing very, very well. Thank you for connecting. You're always awesome when you're here, and you're always awesome when you're not here as well, Camila. Thank you for connecting. Okay, good evening. Katrina's in the house. Hello, my friend. Let's see. Any subs saying anything? Shahira, many thanks. Okay. I'm zooming down to see what my subs are saying, because you guys, after all, I love you all, but you guys have a priority here. So Linda, I finally got out on a live. Yay. Hi from Australia. Thank you, Linda, for joining. I'm happy to see that you are here. Okay. And Shahira, how to manifest success in our work. So the same role, the same thing applies. Okay. Whatever you want to manifest, see it as already been done. Don't even use the word manifest, because the minute you use the word manifest, what happens is we are showing the universe that it's not here. Okay. This is not what we want. And I know that generally speaking, we use the word manifest a lot to accomplish our goals or our dreams, but the way I see the word manifest is lack of, so I wouldn't use it. So the way I would create success in our work, like you said, Shahira, is by seeing it already here, now, as complete and done. Because in reality, it is done. Everything that you can put in your mind is already here, it's already done in a different dimension or other dimensions. All you need to do is bring it from that dimension and bring it into this one. How do you do it? By simply shifting. How do you shift? By simply seeing it as being here, right now. Okay? That's how you shift, and you enter that dimension. Believe it or not, we enter dimensions constantly. We shift back and forth constantly. We just don't realize it because that's just the nature of things. But that's how you do that, Shahira. And Camila, thank you. I really do appreciate you and all you do for us. Not a problem, Camila. Thank you for being here. I am from Uganda. Great. Awesome. Thank you for being here, my friend. Good evening. Okay. From Germany. Awesome. Okay. And really weird sensation in mind's eye only happens on your lives. Really? So is it a good sensation, or is it a sensation that kind of makes you want to pack your bags and run? I'm curious about that one. So I want to know if that sensation you're getting is a pixie vibes, I believe. If I want to know if the sensation that you're getting is a weird good sensation in the way you see it, or is it a weird bad sensation the way you see it? Of course, there's no good, no bad. There's just energy, but I'm still curious to see how you interpret it in your mind. So again, I started off by saying about life. I see more people jumped on board here. Why is life hard? We a lot of times we say that life is very, very hard for us, right? And I'm here to tell you that life is actually perfect the way it is. And the reason for that is because you chose to come here in this dimension to experience it just the way it is. Because you are already a master in so many different dimensions. You just don't pop into a human form out of nowhere without you being a master to begin with. So you have been a master, you are a master, you always will be a master. You came here to just live life the way it is, so you can expand, grow, and challenge yourself at the same time, and practice your mastering techniques. Okay, so life is perfect. It really is. So what I suggest, instead of you being sad or concerned about how things are working out in your life, look at every obstacle, if you want to call it that. Look at it as an opportunity of expansion and growth. So it's not something for us to beat ourselves over. It is just an opportunity for us to grow and evolve. Okay. For those of you that are new here, I do know that we get quite a few new people every time I go live from different parts of the world, and I'm grateful and thankful. You can go right ahead and you can check my profile on the TikTok page that I have, of course. If you like what you see, please hit a follow. And again, you can go by the where the little bell icon is on the friends list, and you can click on that, or who you follow list. Hit on that. Sorry, and you will get notified every time I do a video, every time I upload one. Also, at the bottom of the page, you're going to see my link tree. You can tap that, and you will be directed to my YouTube or Instagram as well. So I do different things on different platforms. They're all related in the same field, of course, and I do upload these lives on YouTube so we have access to them. That way we don't lose them. And for those of you that want to subscribe, this is your opportunity, of course. Anybody that does subscribe and wishes to can have a quick 15-minute one-on-one meeting with me, just to touch base and see where where we're at. Now, let's see. Any other comments that we have here from my subs, and of course anybody else here? All right, so let's go zoom back up and see if I missed anybody, which I'm sure I have. New Brunswick, Canada, awesome. I see. Oh my God, yes. Thank you. Good evening. Okay, I see quite a few people. And why I was attacked. Good evening, Katrina. Thank you so much, Selena. Hi, Mr. Okay, so I don't think I missed anybody up here. Yeah, I didn't miss anybody up here. So let's see your comments. Many thanks. Hello from Ghana. Yep, we and New Brunswick, Canada. Awesome. Did you guys get some snow down there? I'm not sure. In New Brunswick, I bumped into somebody earlier that had his Arctic Cat all tied up in the back of his pickup truck, and he was headed towards the Quebec border. He said that there was a lot of snow there. I didn't check the weather, of course, but he said that there was a lot of snow, and he was going snowmobiling. So I'm wondering, since New Brunswick is on the other side of Quebec, if you had some snow as well. Just curious. Your aura is so clear today. Thank you, Carolina. I appreciate that, my friend. Purple aura. Awesome. That's all good. So, if you acknowledge the fear, I feel like I'm welcoming it even more. Is this true? No, you're not welcoming it more. What happens is you are acknowledging the fear. Okay, you're not holding on to it. By acknowledging it, you realize that it's there. But the key here is not to hold on to it. If you hold on to it, then you welcome more of it. Okay, so you acknowledge it and you just simply let it go. Just like a wave comes and goes, you will do the same thing. Let it come, let it go. Okay, so if you let it go, you're not welcoming more of it. No. But beautiful question. I love that. Tell us about your experience about the manifestation of the 9 days. So this is actually very, very good. The 9 days, if you do it, of course, the proper way, things might even, whatever it is that you want to manifest, might even manifest before the 9 days, of course. Okay. I have done this multiple times, and I have found many times whatever it is that I want to manifest happens before the 9 days, usually around the 6th or 7th day. Depends on how focused I am on that. But having said that, on the 9 days, it will manifest regardless. So try it out, Z-Man, and see how it plays out for you. Everybody has different results with it, of course, depending on your focus and how, I guess, not bad, how energetically in line you are with it. Okay, Linda, finally got you on live. Hi from Australia, I love that. And Chad is here. I'm facing an ultimate betrayal, and she won't even speak to me after 17 years. She just left me. So, in this case, Chad, what I would do is just simply let her go. Okay? I know this is probably not what you want to hear, but what I'm going to say is that when somebody is not in alignment and you're not in alignment with them, okay, let it go. Don't pursue it, okay? And the reason why I'm saying let it go is because the more you try to hold on to something, the more of a resistance you're creating, and the worse it's going to become for both of you in the long run, okay? It doesn't matter if it's 17 years, doesn't matter if it's a minute, doesn't matter if it's 10 years or 30 years, right? If somebody doesn't want to be with you or speak with you, just simply let her go, Chad. I know this is probably not what you want to hear, but this is the best for all involved, okay? If for some reason down the line you are in alignment again with her, what's going to happen is your paths will meet again, okay? So, I know, it's a tough one, my friend. Shahira, I already answered that, okay. Hello from Saskatchewan, Canada, awesome. So we have the west and we have the east coast. Well, Saskatchewan is out in the prairies, but that's awesome. You guys must have a lot of cold there right about now. We're getting a cold spell soon here as well, so I believe tomorrow night we're going to have a cold spell here in southern Ontario, but it's all good. Thank you. You help a lot. Not a problem. That's what I'm here for. So, Chad, my wife left after 17 years. I get it. It's very, very tough. For sure, it's tough. And for sure, maybe both of you feel betrayal. Maybe one of you feels betrayal. But whatever the scenario is, give it a break. Give it a rest. Stay in silence. Stay in stillness. Okay? And the minute you do that, your mind will become more clear. Why? Because simply your thoughts are not going to overtake you. Right now, I guarantee you, you are going through all kinds of mixed emotions. You are going through thoughts that keep repeating themselves over and over and over again. You're going through scenarios where you are playing back things, saying, where did I go wrong? Maybe if I did this, maybe if I did that. Guess what? Leave all that behind and stay focused in the present moment. Your true power always is in the present moment, in the here, in the now. When you are focused in the present moment, okay, the universe backs you up in anything that you want to do, because the universe only operates in the present moment. Your inner being, higher being, whatever you want to call it, only operates in the present moment. Why is this? Because time, believe it or not, does not exist. There's no past, there's no future, there's just now. I know for us it's very hard to understand this in this physical reality, because we see things as, we see time as linear. But this is another reason why we came here, to experience time in a linear fashion. But in the grand scheme of things, time does not exist. So your true power, this is what I'm getting at, is here and now. Okay? Just focus on that. And from Uganda, awesome, yep. And Germany is here, of course. And Pixie, thank you for your time. Thank you, my friend. My friend left after 17 years. I get that. Okay, I had a question up the top about the fear of death, if you can please answer. Okay, I didn't quite see that question because I do have to jump down a lot of times to see what the subs are doing. But, so if your question had to do about fear of death, is that what you're talking about? I don't know what the question was, but regardless, okay, if you have fear of death or any other kind of fear, regardless, okay, know this, that your natural state is not a state of fear, okay? Fear for who you really are does not exist, plain and simple, okay? Fear is man-made, or not just man-made, because animals feel fear as well. I should say it's more in alignment with the physical reality, the so-called physical reality that we are living here. Okay, so fear is pretty much an illusion. Okay, because who you really are is a being of love and light. Okay, so if you fear death, for example, don't, because death is literally like walking from one room to the next. And I'm not the only one saying that. You can actually talk to anybody. You might even know some people that have had near-death experiences, for example. And not only that, you might even know people that remember past lives, okay? But I'm going to go one step further, and I'm going to tell you that death is an illusion as well. The reason for that is because, remember what I was talking about earlier about time doesn't exist? Well, here, you can look at it this way as well. You are here right now at the present moment. What does this mean? This means, since you are here right now, okay, you cannot never cease to be. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because the past doesn't exist, the future doesn't exist. You are here right now. What does that mean? That means that you were, you are, and you always will be. So death, it's an illusion. All right. Any of my subs here? Sorry, guys, I got to zoom down to see if any. Hello from Greece. Okay, awesome. Hello, my friend. Curious to see who's here and what's going on. And John is asking, any tips on me passing my Lori HGV test? Okay, 2 weeks lessons next week. That's going to be a tough one, my friend. Passing my Lori HGV test. Again, the only thing that you can do, John, okay, the only thing that you can do is, number one, don't have any expectations about it, okay? So you're already getting anxious about passing it, okay? So don't have any expectations, whether it's good or whether it's bad, okay? Focus on the now. I keep emphasizing on that because we need to understand how important this is, okay? Focus on the now. And even when you go to the actual test, just leave everything behind and focus on the now. It is crucial, okay? It is so crucial to be focused on the now, because especially in scenarios like this, because when you focus in the now, even if you don't know how things are going to play out, they are always going to play out in your favor, okay, when you're focusing in the now, because the universe will back you up 1000%. No two ways about it, okay? The universe operates in the now. And when you operate with it, you are in alignment, okay? That is the greatest tip I can give you, John. And if you can grasp, I know you can grasp it, but if you can put it to the test, I should say, you will see how beneficial it's going to be for you. Okay, awesome. Anybody else here? Thank you so much. Not a problem, John. Okay, I think I missed some people up at the top, but let me see. Hello from Finland, the Life Source, Olive Taurus. Okay, hello from Miami, Florida is in the house. Oh, Marcus. You know what? Miami, Florida, a lot of people, especially right here watching, would love to be in Miami, Florida, just because of the gorgeous weather that is associated with Miami and Florida State in general. Okay. Thank you for connecting, Marcus. Hello, my friend. Rachel Williams is in the house. Have a beautiful day, my friend. I'm off to work. Take care, Rachel. Okay, I think I missed some of them up here. I'm going up and down here because I have so many comments. Keto. Okay, hello, my friend. Canada, how can I be more open to seeing spirits? Okay, so Pixie, how can I be more open to seeing spirits? Okay, so the way you simply see them, if you see one of the videos that I've done, and believe it or not, instead of, if you want to see them physically, I'm talking about now, first of all, know that it is very, very hard for anybody to see a spirit directly, okay? Some people can. There are some mediums that can actually see spirits directly, but having said this, that is something that most likely they were born with, or somewhere down the line they learned at a very young age how to do this, right? But for the most of us, the way you can do it is simply by looking straight at a certain direction, okay? Try not to blink, of course, and pay attention with your peripheral vision, okay, your side vision. Now, you might see a shadow coming by. You might see, like little white dots floating, like orbs that we call them, right? You might see stuff like that. Doesn't matter what you see. When you see something like this floating by, don't turn your head to look at it, because the minute you do that, it's not that it's going to go away. It's that your vision is not going to catch it. That's why I'm saying don't turn your head around. There's nothing to be afraid of course. Just if you turn your head around, your vision is going to not catch it again. Okay, so look at it from the peripheral vision, and then from there you can ask it questions, either externally or just thinking of a question and just tossing it out, right? And whatever answer you get, the first ones that come through are always the best. That's how you can communicate and see. And if you practice this, you're going to become better and better and better, of course. Anything else up here? I love you guys. You guys are so awesome. Okay, that was the question I answered. Okay, about the fear of death. I have 4 back operations. I suffer with pain every day. What can I do to get better, please? Also, you had 4 back operations. I get it. So, my best advice for you is to start feeling the energy internally. Okay? We all are made out of energy. We are not energy ourselves, our higher beings. I keep saying that, okay? We are, everything around us is actually a dance of consciousness and energy. Okay, let me put it to you that way. And when you put your consciousness or your awareness onto anything around you, which everything around you is energy, you're just feeding it more energy, okay? So in this case, your body is energy, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to focus that energy, which we call our bodies, okay? Feel the energy starting from your stomach, your belly button, and let it expand, okay? Just feel it expanding, 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 without paying attention to your back problem that you have, okay? This is key. As you feel it expanding, let it expand to the full extent, to your whole body, okay? You might feel a heating, like a heat sensation coming up. You might feel a vibration happening. You might feel different pulses, right? No matter what you feel, know that it's okay, okay? It's okay to feel it. So now from there, when you feel this, I want you to transfer that energy, because you do have the capability of doing this. I want you to transfer it in the back area. How do you do it? Just by simply feeling it and visualizing it going in your back area where you had your operation, okay? And let it sit there and grow there. Keep your mind focused for as much time as you can, okay? If you want to focus your back being rebuilding as well, you can do that on a visual aspect. You can see it rebuilding. You can even talk to it, give it a command to rebuild. There's so many ways to do this. But if you actually focus your energy on the back area, okay, you're going to notice that it's going to become better and better and better. And your pain will become less and less and less every day, okay? And if you can focus that whole energy on your whole entire body as the whole day progresses, you're going to see great results. I hope that can help you, my friend, which I know it can if you practiced it. So George is in the house, maybe off theme, but what do I advise for a teared shoulder tendon to heal naturally? So the same thing that I just mentioned earlier. In your case, you would simply focus the energy on your shoulder, and you can actually also picture your tendon gluing together again or healing, okay? So if you combined the energy that you are pushing, not pushing, but just focusing on it to be there, and then you put the visual aspect of it gluing together, and then one more step would be to add love to it, okay? Love is the ultimate for all. If you can combine those three, okay, your healing will just explode, like literally, okay? So you focus your energy on your shoulder, okay? You see it visually as repairing itself. That's number 2. And number 3, you feel love. That's all you got to do. You just feel the sensation of love. You don't need to send it love. You don't need to do any of that. Just feel it within you. Just feel love. That's all. Okay. What a lively bunch of people. I love you guys here. Why do we fear death? It makes me anxious. If I acknowledge it, will it manifest that? No, not in this case. When you acknowledge death, it's not going to be manifested right on the spot, okay? Just because you acknowledge it doesn't mean that it's going to manifest. In order for it to manifest, you've got to be constantly thinking about it and constantly being in your mind and actually seeing yourself as being dead. That's the only way it's going to manifest. Other than that, just by acknowledging it and letting it go, it will not manifest, okay? So just acknowledge it, let it go, and you will be okay. And as far as fear of death, it's natural. I can't think of any person that is not actually afraid of death. It is what we call the unknown. Unless, of course, you do have past live memories, and then you quickly realize that, or if you had an out-of-body experience or a near-death experience, you quickly realize that death is nothing more than an illusion. Then you don't fear it anymore. Hello, hello. And Linda's asking, can I heal my body with my own hands and crystals combined? Yes, you can. Absolutely. Crystals are actually a very good tool, okay? But know this, that they are just a tool. It's not the crystals that are doing the healing. It is you, okay? Your body, is doing the healing. Crystals are just an extra tool. And they're wonderful. I play around with crystals myself. But in my case, I just put crystals in my hand and make them jump just by looking at them. I get a kick out of them when I just put them in my hand and watch them jump. But yes, you can definitely use them for healing, okay? And your hands, the way I would use hands, I wouldn't touch my body at all. I would first rub my hands together, okay, get them warmed up, maybe clap couple of times, 2-3 times or whatever, just to get the sensation going. Put them about 5-6 inches like this apart. Feel the energy building, okay? And once you feel the energy, you can compress it, kind of like creating a chi ball, okay? Same thing. You compress it back and forth, and then you can put it about 3 to 4 inches above your body. Let's say you want your head, you got a headache, you just about there, 3-4 inches, doesn't matter, right? You just keep it there and you can feel the heat and the sensation. And you can do the whole process around any body part that you want. So definitely, yes, you can use your hands, you can use crystals. Okay, Ashley, I'm in Ontario, Canada. There's no snow yet. Awesome. Yes, I'm in Ontario as well. And there's no snow here either. Awesome. Valentino's here. Do you think crystals work? Because I doubt it. So again, it's exactly what I said earlier, Valentino. Crystals are just tools. It's not that crystals make anything work. You are the force behind everything. Crystals are just an extra tool, because a lot of people just believe that they get some extra boost or some extra energy from them. And while they do carry energy, don't get me wrong, you just use this energy as a tool. Please can you talk about salt? I'm not sure what salt is. Is it salt or is it salt? I'm not quite sure what you mean. Sarek, what do you think about angels? Are we born with spirit beings assigned to help us? So yes, we are born with spirit beings to help us, okay? Some people, depending on the levels of consciousness, we talk about angels and all that, and it's all fine, doesn't matter what you want to call them, what you want to connect with. We are all created from the same source, actually. We are all of the same essence. As far as spirit beings being assigned to us, yes, you do. Generally speaking, you have one assigned to you during your whole lifetime, but depending on what you are going through in life, you might have multiple spiritual beings working with you at different times, depending on their expertise, of course. But yes, we definitely do have some. Do we need them? Not necessarily, because once you realize who you really are, then you're quickly going to realize that you are it. You are the Alpha and the Omega, as I call it, okay? Okay. Absolutely loving these lives. I'm learning so much. Thank you, my friend. I have so many comments here. I love you guys. And hello from Greece, of course. What's yours is coming to you in the right time. Absolutely, yes. You're totally correct. And Rachel, yes, I think you took off. You went to work. Let's Let's go down. I'm trying to see. I got so many comments here. I love you guys. And hello from Finland. Awesome. So Robbie said lots of snow in 2 days, shoveling many times. Oh, wow. Is that in the East Coast, Robin? Is that in New Brunswick? I'm not sure. And Mike seems fun. Says, do you also believe in life after death? 1000%. But I'm going to go one step further, and I'm going to tell you that there is no death. As you are right here, and you consider yourself to be alive, you will be also in any other dimension. Okay, so like I've said before, when you exit this reality, when you exit this realm, it is like going from one room to the next. A lot of them that have exited don't even realize that they have died. Okay, so you just carry on, you move on, and you think nothing of it, really. Death is an illusion, 1000%, my friend. I agree. Minus 21 with wind. Minus 21. Woo, Robin. With wind chills, stay warm. Okay. That's a cold one. Good evening from London. Okay. Follow the host. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Rick, are you in the house? I'm not sure if Rick is in the house. Let me go down and see what's happening. Thank you so much. Not a problem, John. Trying to see if any of my subs have said something. Shahira, how to focus on love and give love when others see that as being weak or naive. So, this is a beautiful, beautiful question. And what I'm going to say is this, okay? It doesn't matter what others, Shahira, doesn't matter what others think of love to be. If others think of love being weak or naive, doesn't matter. Okay, the whole reason for your existence on this planet, okay, is for you to come into your own power. It is for you to understand who you are and how powerful and truly magnificent you are. So what others believe or see is irrelevant to who you are. Okay, so that's step one. Step two is to just connect and give love regardless of what others are saying or doing. Okay, you are not going to please everybody, believe it or not. Okay, doesn't matter. Just be you, be genuine, and just be a loving person, because this is who you really are. Deep down, you are love and light. This is where you came from. You can't be anything different. Okay, so it doesn't matter what others think. Okay, I had some needs in my life. A good, perfume, a laptop. I wished to a pizza, and I didn't have money. Yeah, you're not the only one, but at the same time, I wouldn't focus on what you didn't have. I would focus on what you have right here, right now, and be grateful for it. Because the minute you connect with gratefulness or appreciation, things will magically start to happen to you. But you got to be genuinely grateful, and you got to genuinely appreciate things, right? So don't focus on what you didn't have, and just focus now. Look around you, right here, right now. Okay? And focus on what you are grateful for now. I am sure if you just take a moment and you think about it, okay, you will find many things that you can be grateful for and appreciate right in this moment. Pickering here, awesome. George, any advice please on healing a shoulder tendon? Yes, I did mention that about the shoulder tendon earlier. Is there a different question here? Tear spirituality. So the same thing that I said earlier about the shoulder tendon, just focus the energy there, connect with love, and see it actually connecting, okay? Got so many questions. I'm going down to see what my subs are saying. And Rick is here, so I probably missed a lot. What's the latest on your mentorship? Okay, thanks for connecting, Rick. If you want, I can PM you on that. My mentorship is a go, like usual. It's just when I posted that video, believe it or not, Rick, I got an overwhelming amount of people that responded, not just on the actual post, but on my private messaging as well, right? So I have such an amount of people, and I am actually going through the process and connecting with them one on one, and it's going to take a while because there's a lot of people that need this. So at the end, it's going to be a one-on-one, or I might have to do even a group mentorship at some point if I do have a lot of people. You know, it all depends on what everybody wants, right? Because not everybody wants the same thing, Rick. Some people want mentorship on a specific area, some other ones on a specific area. So if I throw these people in a group, they're not necessarily going to be a good match, right? On a one-to-one, it's much better, of course, but on a one-to-one at the same time, I have a lot of people that are requesting it. So I will get to you as well, my friend. I love you. Thanks for being here. You're such a wonderful, I love it when you're around. That's all I can say. All right, let me see anybody else says anything here. All right, so again, for those of you that don't know me, John is here. Okay, John, why don't you scroll on? What's wrong with you? John, you're awesome. You're awesome. And Camila, do you draw or paint after your awakening? You can draw and you can paint. I've known people, Camila, that are actually, after being awakened, all of a sudden they started doing a lot of things that are very, very creative. I know people that got into pottery. They started doing pottery work. I got people that paint. I got people that draw. For me personally, I don't paint. I don't draw. I don't do any of that. The only thing that I do is just, I notice that I'm very, very connected with everything around me and nature. I don't see things the way I used to, like years ago. I see things as everything being alive. And when I mean everything, I mean everything. Everything is alive. That's the way I see things. So when I see, I'm drinking, a cup of coffee right now, right? I feel the connection with this cup of coffee. Like I feel it's alive. I feel like it's watching me. I feel that it's talking to me. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay? But no, I don't draw. But maybe I should. You never know. Henrik, yeah, do that. You're a man in demand. Oh, my friend. You know, Rick, I didn't realize how many people actually were wanted this, believe it or not, and the demand has grown to a spot right now that it's remarkable. So thank you, my friend. I truly appreciate you. I really, really do. Like I said, I created that post and I thought, okay, a few people are going to jump in, but like I said, the response was just overwhelming, Rick. It really, really was, and you should see my private messages. Just overwhelming. It is, of course, it is good. It is good because I see that I am helping a lot of people, and having said this, at the same time, the same people are helping me too, right? Because it's a two-way street, and I learn from people as well, okay? Because we always learn, we always grow, we always evolve. It's not like we reach a certain level and then nothing happens beyond that, right? We constantly grow, we constantly evolve. And my whole idea of awakening and evolving is that I just want to bring everybody with me, or at least everybody that wants to come, right? Because, I mean, it's just the way it is. It feels so much better when you see things in the light, okay? It's just so much better. Life is easier. Your health improves. Your relationships improve. Your sleeping habits improve. Your body starts looking younger. Your whatever you want, like your manifestations come in without you even trying. Like I said, your relationships, like you just automatically make friends everywhere. Like, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things that life is much, much easier. Thank you for that. Thank you, John. Life is just so much easier. That's all I can say. Okay. And Camila, my soul is making me paint, so I'm gonna try. I have never liked painting, so this can get interesting. Absolutely, I would definitely give it a shot, Camila. And you never know. One thing that I will suggest though, if you are inclined, okay, to paint, because I know your scenario, and I know that you are awakening, my friend. You are. I know this for a fact. Just having that conversation with you, okay? So if you are, guided towards painting, go ahead and do it. But at the same time, whatever you paint, I want you not to be critical about it, okay? Whatever it is that comes out of that paintbrush when you finish, accept it. Let somebody see it, okay? There's a reason for this, because if you put your thinking mind in play here, what's going to happen is most likely, not most likely, about 95% of the time it's going to start criticizing the painting, okay? And it might try to stop you from going further. Why? Because our mind likes to be where it's at. It doesn't like to grow, it doesn't like to evolve, it likes to be in its little cocoon, in its little comfort zone, and it's going to try to sabotage you. It's going to throw things at you that you didn't expect. It's going to give you all kinds of weird feelings, all kinds of weird thoughts. It's going to present failure in front of you. It's going to, whatever, you know what I mean? You know, you're catching the drift. So don't pay attention to your mind. Keep doing it. And just focus on whatever it is that, in this case, painting. Just like I said about myself, about the mentorship. I wasn't looking to mentor anybody. I just wanted to bring the message out. Next thing you know, I've been just inclined and guided to do this, to mentor. So that's why I decided to do it. Okay, John, you're amazing. And Rick, when one comes from love, love others grow. It's a beautiful thing. It's grace. 1,000%, my friend. 1,000%, my friend. Yes, Rick, you are totally right. When you come from a position of love and you enter even a room, okay, it doesn't matter what the energy in that room is, you are going to uplift it just by you entering that room, believe it or not. So it's a beautiful thing, 1,000%. It is grace. I love you, man. Very good comment, Rick. Very, very good, very true. Michael's here. You're all the light that destroys the darkness. 1,000%, Michael. That's, I would put it in a different way. I would say you are all the light. Darkness actually doesn't exist. It's all light, okay? We all came from light. Source is love and light. The only way we experience darkness is when we pinch ourselves off from source, or in this case, the light. When you pinch yourself off from the light, then darkness appears. But in reality, there's no such thing as darkness. There's only light. So, I keep having the same dream that I'm writing exams and a half. Thank you, Camila. And half, it's so difficult I'm not able to pass. Okay, so a repetitive dream, my friend Kojo, okay, a repetitive dream is nothing more than a message, okay, and the message is most likely coming from your subconscious mind, okay, or it could be coming from your higher being as well. But there's definitely a message there, and you need to learn that message. You need to figure out what writing an exam means to you, okay? You are the only one that can actually explain this, because the act of writing an exam means different things to different people, okay? So in this case, you need to dig deep down inside and figure out what this exam means to you when you write it. What is the feeling associated with it? Are you nervous? Are you feeling good? Are you does it make your stomach like have knots? Like, you know what I'm saying? And at the end, if you figure out what your emotional state is and what the exam means to you, this dream will stop reoccurring. And it's going to stop because it's got no reason to present itself to you once you've solved it. And Camila, I expect nothing. I'm sure it will be awesome. In probably a very strange way. That's the proper attitude. Thank you, Camila. Yes, absolutely. You're totally right. Expect nothing. Be sure of it, and it will be awesome. I want to see that painting when it's done, Camila, if you don't mind. And Shahira, lately I am more connected with natural trees, sun, moon than people. Is this sign of awakening? 1000%. Yes, absolutely. This is one of the signs of awakening, actually. When you are more connected with nature, when you are connected with trees, with the sun, with the moon. Keep in mind that that's why I'm saying not you, but all of us. We got to stop labeling things, right? Because in reality, everything has a consciousness of its own. Everything has a life of its own, okay? The trees that we see, and we call them trees, in reality, we don't know what they are. Do we know what they are? They are beings. They are beings of love and light, just like we are, okay? And they have a consciousness. They are actually very, very wise. I guarantee you this, okay? They communicate with us on a daily basis. They communicate with everything around them. The sun, that we just consider to be a glowing star in the sky, and it just, we have this idea that it just, it's all gas and it's exploding and it's presenting heat and this and that. It's not there by accident. Consciousness, awareness brought it there, okay? Intelligence brought it there, okay? The sun has a consciousness of its own, believe it or not. To some people, it might seem strange to hear this. If you talk to a scientist, they're going to think that you are out to lunch. If you talk to an astronomer or people that, astronomers and stuff like that, they're going to think that you're out to lunch. NASA is going to think that you're out to lunch, but it doesn't matter what anybody thinks, okay? They are all made out of the same energy. They are all coming from source. And anything that comes from source has a certain intelligence into them. The moon, the same thing. There's a certain intelligence with every single one of them. Now, the degrees of consciousness, of course, varies, okay? And this is what we talk about when we talk about awakening. What awakening really means is you are at a different level of consciousness. Not that you're comparing yourself with others, but within yourself. You are raising your own consciousness, okay? And in this case, like I said, trees have their own consciousness. The sun has its own consciousness. The moon has its own consciousness. People have their own different levels of consciousness. Every person that you meet, Shahira, is not the same. Every person that you meet, okay, you are going to find that they are at a different level of consciousness. Now, does that mean that they're less than others? No, it just means that they are at a different level of consciousness, but they are all of the same essence. They are all coming from source. All of us, okay? We are all one, regardless. Beautiful. Thank you, Shahira. Camila, thank you. Going down, anything else? Camila, you're tagging Angela by their parents' perspective. That's very good. Yes, Camila. Angela, Camila, you're so good. All right. So again, what was I saying at the beginning? I was talking about life is hard, okay? And what do I mean by life is hard, okay? Believe it or not, we think it is hard, but in reality, it is perfect. It is the way it should be. Why? Because we are already masters in so many domains. We are masters in so many different realities. We came here as masters. We came here as creators. And we knew by living in this so-called physical reality, we were going to expand. We were going to grow. And we were going to put our mastery skills, okay, to the test. Why? Just so we can grow. Just so we can evolve, okay, even more. So, if you see something that is happening in your life and you consider it to be an obstacle, instead of you starting to worry about it, why don't you look at it as an opportunity for growth, an opportunity for expansion? Okay, when you start looking at things in a different perspective, in a different angle, things will start cooperating with you even better. Okay, so the so-called obstacle that we call an obstacle in reality is an opportunity. So life, when you look at it like that, is not hard. Life is actually a blessing. It's a blessing to be here and to be able to experience what we are experiencing. Okay, in the non-physical, if you want to call it that, okay, you can't experience the denseness or the density of this reality. Okay, we wanted to experience time in a linear fashion. We wanted to experience what it would be like to have a so-called physical body, because nothing is physical. It's just more dense, more heavy. Okay, we wanted to experience that. Why? Because we just wanted to do it. So here we are. Okay, so look at it as a blessing of your creation in reality, because you created your own world. Actually, you created your own idea of you. That is awesome. I love you guys. Okay, anything else here? And United Macedonia is here. Dear sir, greetings. Did you mention something about mentoring? No, I didn't mention anything right here about mentoring. I know you were interested, and we are going to get started. Right now I'm still gathering information, because like I said, I made that post, and what happened was I had a massive amount of people wanting to work with me, believe it or not. So as a result, I need to, it takes time to communicate with everybody, of course, and to meet them at their level and where we're at, and see what everybody needs to do. So no, I didn't mention anything about mentoring yet, but I do know that you're interested, and I will contact you, okay? But thank you for that. So now, since I got everybody here, for those that don't know me, you can check out my profile on my page, and if you like what you see, hit a follow, and also hit the little notifications icon, which is the little bell, okay? And at the bottom of my page, you will see the link tree. You can tap that. It's going to direct you to my YouTube and Instagram. I do different things at different platforms, all associated, of course, with what I'm currently doing here. Okay, and for those of you that want to subscribe, this is your opportunity. While I am live, you can subscribe. Anybody that wishes to subscribe and wishes to have a meeting with me, you can have a quick 15-minute meeting just to touch base and see where everybody is at. Okay, and any other questions before we close this off? Any of my subs want to say anything? If I missed anybody, I didn't do it on purpose. I do prioritize, of course, the people that have subscribed to me. I answer their questions first. Why? It's only fair to them. Okay, I do get a lot of messages, of course, on my lives. So if I missed anybody, it's not done on purpose. I do try to prioritize people. Okay, so I don't think I missed anybody here. All right. Any other questions? Anybody else? Rick, Camila, Katrina, Shahira, any questions that any of you might have? Have a good night. Much love. Okay, Rick, much love to you as well, my friend. And Sarah is on board. Thank you for the beautiful rose, Sarah. I love it. Thank you very, very much. All right. And on that note, I'm going to close off here. And remember, no matter what you do, be the greatest you. John, anything that you want to say? Selena's here. Thank you, Selena. John. Yes, there you are. Okay. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, Shahira. Anybody else? Anything before I close? Nope. Ma. Nice to have you on board. All right. No matter what you do, be the greatest you. Love and light to all. It's always a pleasure. Always having a wonderful time with you. Thank you, Camila, for your wonderful words. Thank you, John. Of course, you are such an amazing person to have here. Rick, Katrina, Shahira, you're all wonderful. And, of course, everybody else on this platform. I love you all. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, because I do know I have different people from across the globe that are watching me. So wherever you are, remember, you are always here in the now, in the present moment. I love you all very, very much. And yes, look at life as being full of possibilities, and the challenges, don't consider them challenges, consider them opportunities for growth and expansion. All right, love and light to all. Thank you, Sarah, for watching. Irina, take care, and love you all. And for those that want mentorship, like I said, I am contacting you slowly, slowly, slowly. I have a massive amount of people that I need to contact. So, love you all. Be patient. Bye-bye. Bye for now.